Hi everyone, I'm Annalie and welcome to today's video. So lately a lot of you have been telling me how lucky I am to be able to travel the world full time and enjoy the beaches and the sunshine in the winter months. And don't get me wrong, I know how lucky I am. I feel incredibly lucky, but I chose to be this lucky. I'm not rich, I don't earn a lot of money, and I don't have any family or relatives to stay with while I'm traveling. So what I'm doing, you could probably be doing too. It takes money to travel, of course it does, but it also takes money to stay put. And the way we're traveling, we're really not spending any more out here than we would be back home. So what we had to do was save up a chunk of money for plane tickets, vaccinations and travel insurance. And today I'm going to tell you how we did that. I could probably make at least 3 of these videos, but today I'm just going to share 10 of the ways in which we saved thousands of dollars. And I know you're probably thinking, well, in order to save thousands of dollars, you also have to earn or have thousands of dollars. And yes, that's completely true. But when I was saving up, I earned a little less than $1,000 every month. University, you know. So, there you go. It's doable. Here you go, my top tips on how to save up for whatever you want to save up for. Oh, that's the worst title ever. How I saved thousands of dollars. It's much better. First of all, split your money into 4 accounts. 1 for food, 1 for your fixed expenses, that's water, electricity, gym membership, insurance. 1 for you and 1 for your savings. Decide how much you're allowed to spend on food each month and then set that aside on 1 account. And then set your fixed expenses aside on another account. And then what you're left with is the money you're allowed to spend that month. Take a look at that amount and decide how much you really need and then put away the rest. Many of us tend to spend exactly what we earn, but I hope the following tips can give you the confidence or inspire you in some way to spend a little less and save a little more. Figure out how much you're allowed to spend in 1 week. So when you've set aside the money for food and expenses, what you're left with is essentially pocket money. And I know it's probably not as fun as it was when you were 13 because, well, you weren't spending it on coffee back then, were you? No, probably not. If you're on a tight budget, divide your budget by 4 or 4.5 to be precise, because then you know how much you're allowed to spend in a week. Because chances are that you're not going to buy a sandwich, a latte and a t-shirt when you get off work Monday if you know that you only have like a certain amount to spend that week. You're not spending it all on Monday. Or maybe you are. If you're a devil-may-care person, figure out how much money you're allowed to spend in 1 day. If you spend 3 times that amount on Monday, you don't have any money to spend on Tuesday and Wednesday. Or you can save up the money from Monday and Tuesday and then have a little more to spend on Wednesday. Don't think you have to live off pasta and ketchup. Saving up doesn't have to be a drag, so don't punish yourself by eating foods that are bad for you. Like, for me, it's very important to be able to eat a healthy diet even though I'm on a budget, and one of the ways that I do this is that I buy seasonal fruits and vegetables, or I buy the less fancy fruits and vegetables. In Denmark, for example, oh, there are children. In Denmark, for example, carrots and cucumbers and apples, pears, bananas, they're all relatively inexpensive. But if I want to buy pineapples or mangoes or avocados, I have to spend a lot more money, so I tend to choose the cheaper fruits and vegetables. Another tip is to avoid the brand products and to just buy the store brand. Take a good look at your subscriptions. Netflix, HBO, Spotify, Audible, gym membership, they quickly add up. But these are not fixed expenses. You may think that they are, but you don't really have to spend that money. You may think that your gym membership, or Netflix for that matter, is the most important part of your life, and in that case, don't cancel it. Just know that the money you're spending on subscriptions could be going into your savings account. It's perfectly fine if you choose to spend your money on yoga classes or a monthly beauty box, but just go through your subscriptions and cancel the ones you don't need. Put your coins away. I've been doing this for years and years, and it's definitely one of my favorite ways of saving up money, because every year when Christmas comes around, I usually have about $150 in coins and a few notes here and there. What I do is that when I get home, I put all my coins in a little money box. It may be 10 cents, it may be $4. I'm usually able to survive without those coins, and an added bonus is that I don't have to carry them around. There is a but, because in Denmark our largest coin is worth approximately $3, which is a bit much on a tight budget, so I usually just put away the coins that are worth $1 or less. Go shopping for secondhand clothes. You've probably heard this tip a million times before, and I get it, it's just not the same as going to the mall and buying new trend pieces, but give me a minute to explain what I mean. I'm not saying that you should buy your winter boots and all your clothes secondhand. For many of us, that's just not realistic. What I'm saying is that you should make an effort to visit the markets and the secondhand stores in your area regularly. You don't have to be on the hunt for something specific. In fact, it's probably better if you're not. But once in a while, you'll find something that's so nice you're psyched to add it to your wardrobe, and something that can bring new life to your wardrobe, so you don't really feel the need for a full-on shopping spree. Sometimes it takes $4 to save 50. Invite yourself to a movie night at your house. Okay, this one may seem a little sad, but it's actually one of my favorite things to do, which may not make it less sad, but whatever. Instead of spending your money on movie tickets and the popcorn and soda that goes with it, cut up some carrots, whip up some hummus, light some candles, and crawl up on the couch and watch your favorite movie for the 10th time. Or if you don't want to do that, spend a couple of dollars and rent a movie online. Or go on Netflix if you didn't already cancel your subscription. You can also invite your friends and ask them to bring a snack of their own choice and maybe their HBO password. There's no shame in cutting back. Create your own little grocery store. When I was growing up, my mom had turned one of our cupboards into her own grocery store, and when I moved out, I adopted that concept. Whenever there's a sale on chickpeas, you know, you gotta make that hummus for movie night, I just stock up and put a bunch of them in my cupboard. I only stock up on the things that I know that I'm going to use, so canned goods, flour, coconut oil, nuts, seeds, that kind of jazz. Like, if there's a sale on condensed milk, I'm not buying it. If I'm not using it, I'm not buying it. That last part took me a while to learn, but when I did, this system saved me a lot of money. And in case of a zombie apocalypse, a storm, or just a very lazy afternoon, you're good to go. Never buy water, but always drink water. So simple, but nonetheless very important. One thing I absolutely hate spending money on is water. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate my water bill that much, but when I'm out and about and for some reason I have to buy a bottle of water, well, you can be sure I'm not going to like it one bit. In most Western countries, bottled water is not safer or cleaner than tap water, and it is an environmental catastrophe. Furthermore, depending on the brand, bottled water costs 200 to 3,000 times the price of tap water, so why would you buy it? The most common reason is because it's convenient, and yes, I get it, but it's still stupid. Invest in a reusable water bottle and save yourself a ton of money, and also save the planet. That's a win-win. That's a good tip. Stop trying to keep up with the Kardashians. When I was still in school, a lot of my friends had grown-up jobs with real salaries, so they could afford to go to a fancy bar and pay $10 or $20 for a drink. And I could barely afford to go to the local pub and pay $3 for a beer. As I've said before, there's absolutely no shame in being on a budget. Just be open about it and stop trying to have the same lifestyle as people who earn a lot more than you do. You don't really need that $20 drink or the new iPhone. What you need is to know that you're not spending money you do not have. And if your friends are truly your friends, they'll just join you for a beer at the pub. Like, easy peasy. So that's 10. I really hope you enjoyed these tips. I just have one last tip to share with you, and this tip may very well be the most important tip of the whole bunch. Save up for something. You have to know what you're saving up for. If you do not know that, it's just too easy to choose that extra coffee or those cinema tickets. I don't know what you want to save up for. Is it a bag, a dog, travel, a blue velvet couch? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. You just have to know. If you label your savings account or your money jar or whatever, you'll be less likely to sneak out a few dollars at the end of the month because you know where you're taking that money from. So that's everything for today. Let me know if there's a video you want me to make. Do you want to know how I save money when traveling? Anything, just let me know. Like this video if you did, and comment down below to tell me the #1 thing you do to save money. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and in that case I will see you in my next video. Bye!